Yes, folks, you're looking at a genuine Did I just say genuine? Freud is smiling down.
Nice.
But that is a genuine smile, folks, after 13.17 hours of hiking. Stay tuned for extreme character building on today's episode.
Did somebody say Santiago?
Good morning, peregrinos. Off to Probeña, blah, blah. Today, this is the Cathedral de Santiago, diferente, behind me. But heading out now, trying to find the trail. I think it's right over yonder. So, yeah, I'll get back to you soon. It's like 6:30 in the morning. Hear that owl? Or is it nah, it's a pigeon. Pigeon on steroids. ¿Dónde? So I'm taking the alternate route, the river route, out of Bilbao. It's gonna go by the Guggenheim, and should be a nice little way to see Bilbao on the way out. If I can even go this way. I may have to consult my maps, folks. 1 second. Okay. Obviously, this has turned into the same walk I did yesterday to the Guggenheim. And today, I finally had some time with these rope-wrapped women. But this sounds wrong. Let's see what's going on over here. It's a really interesting work.
In 2020, in the vibrant city of Bilbao, Basque artist, Doro Salazar presents Segueres. Can't pronounce the Basque part, but maybe you can sound it out. This work exemplifies her mastery of sculptural form and emotional depth. Known for exploring themes of identity, space, and the human condition, Salazar transforms raw material into poetic reflections of resilience and femininity. With Segueres, she continues her dialogue between strength and fragility, capturing the spirit of contemporary Spanish art with a profound and timeless voice.
Very interesting. Me gusta. No. Me encanta. The waters of Bilbao. Muddy they are. I love this town, but I wouldn't drink that stuff. What the hell? Love that dirty water. Okay, folks. Clearly I'm in need for some form of breakfast outside of a random granola bar here and there. but I'm gonna put you away just because we've seen this before. But as soon as I get past this area, I'll turn on the camera again. Is this cheating? I don't care. Across that. Okay folks, it takes a while to get out of Bilbao if you take the alternate route around along the river, but you will find something to eat, that's for damn sure. But now I believe I'm heading out. Whew, that's already taken me. So I started at 6. No, that may have taken me 2 hours. And again, if you know what the Guggenheim is, don't necessarily use any of the Peregrino apps. Use your Google Maps to get to the Guggenheim, and from there, if you're taking the river walk out, it'll be probably faster. Also, an observation, you know how I moan about how all the tortillas are the same, or I seem like they've been cooked by the same person? I always forget there's 2 types of tortillas. They're undercooked, runny ones, and there's firmly cooked, awesome ones. In this area, Bilbao and the cities around it, expect runny ones. I don't know what it is. I just think salmonella or dysentery. It's what's for dinner. And in this case, breakfast. Okay, I gotta hit this hill. I'll check in very shortly. Ciao. Say goodbye to Bilbao for now. Remember, folks, it's only occurred to me now, I should probably remind you about this. I don't know if I mentioned it in a previous episode. I think I did though on a tips video. But if you get bit by the brambles or stinging nettles, and you sometimes will, as you can see, I've been walking through many, but the cure for it, or the instant cure for it, is hand sanitizer. So be sure to keep some the clear stuff, the type that contains ethanol. Be sure to keep a tube of that on you at all times. You should be doing that anyways, obviously, right? You're traveling and you don't want to get Camino cough, which, by the way, knock on wood, I have not picked up yet, which is great. Been taking a lot of like traveling probiotics and stuff like that with that in mind, and zinc, and just trying to keep my immune system on the up and up. However, back to what I was saying, if you get the stinging nettles on your ankles and legs, hand sanitizer will neutralize the effects of it right fast, right quick, write me a postcard. So yeah, that's a tip. Sorry, I forgot where I was for a second. Anyways, guys, I'm just getting out of Bilbao. I really am. You go up, and it drops down this grassy, overgrown lane, at least the route I'm on right now. And didn't even look like anyone had been on it for a while, so I don't know. Who knows where I'll end up today. But yeah, so I got that going on. Anyways, folks, I will check back in a little bit once I well, I really like, there's nothing to really see here. I'm surrounded by a wall of green. I mean, unless that's your thing, maybe you want to stick around. I'm trying to think if I have anything to tell you, anything interesting. Last night, I will, why not? Last night I went out for, it was one of my friends, Jin, actually, you know, we call him Gin and Tonic, which is odd because I knew a girl on the last Camino, her name was Gin also. Doesn't matter, same joke though. So got a lot out of that. But I don't know what that is. Just a bag tied to a tree. Got some more weird stuff over there. This is like getting very Deliverance vibes around here. Anyways, so his last night in town. Went out for drinks with him and a couple other pilgrims that I've known through the stages. Actually met a new one last night. But whatever, had a glass of wine. That was it. That's probably my first glass of wine. Pretty sure it's my first glass of wine on this trip. So did that, then got back to my room around close to 10 and tried to just pack and be ready for today. But went to the Guggenheim yesterday, as you saw, and that was just, that's wonderful. It's really like getting to see places you know of and always wanted to see. Like, I won't even say bucket list. There's just no list you put it on. It's just like a pipe dream almost. And you know of it, you're aware of it. You never thought you'd get to see it, and you do. And it's just always like magical. At Bilbao, like I remember taking tests in art history on Bilbao, on the Guggenheim that is, and the art within. So I probably already have said this. I'm running out of material here, folks. Something interesting better happen soon. But yeah, great city. Going in, to be perfectly honest with you, going in, and as you saw, I felt comfortable walking barefoot down the pier. I don't recommend that to anybody. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Guys, I got a different vibe walking down there this morning. I don't know what goes on there in the night. Also, there are rough edges to Bilbao as well. I went down a couple streets and on the way to the cultural center, which I highly recommend. I'm not sure if I got any footage of the cultural center. If I did, you've already seen it by now. But the route we took anyways, you go through a pretty rough part of town where there's a lot of like stuff going on and a lot of cops. I've never seen so many cops like conjugating in one place. Obviously they need to be there. So yeah, use the buddy system if you're walking around Bilbao and you don't know where you are, or take a taxi maybe, especially if you're a lone female. I mean, just to play it safe. I'm not saying I saw any of that stuff, but I did get my street smarts kicked in, and I was like, okay, glad I have this umbrella on me. That should protect me. Yeah, and my pocket knife. I could tie my pocket knife to the umbrella and have like a kind of sword spear thing that also protects me from the rain. That's right. Stay dry and kick ass. That's what I say, folks. Anyways, you're probably sick of my mouth. I'll just run some video for you. How about that? We'll do some quiet time. Quiet time? Would that be good? Would you like some quiet time? I know I'd like some quiet time. Do I? Do I really want quiet time? It's gonna take a lot of self-control, folks, but let's do it. Just want to say I hope we're going the right direction. I do have to chime in though, because I've done this before, where you just keep going and you're like, I'm pretty sure I'm going the right way. And then somewhere along the way you go, oh wait, I'm going down, I should be going up. And I feel that that's what's happening now. And I probably should turn off the video and check the map. But folks, I'm about continuity. I'm about keeping it real. I will not edit out anything. That's not true at all. But I will not edit this clip. Ah, there we go. See that? You just gotta believe in yourself. Oh, that lined up. I keep setting alarms on my watch for every hour for a reminder, to remind me to check my watch to make sure it's still timing me and tracking me. Only because, I don't know, have I told you this yet? I think I have. Well, it's worth repeating. If you have a smartwatch, I definitely told you this. I'm having like Vujade or deja vu or something French is definitely happening to me right now. But anyways, to repeat myself, if you have walking sticks, black diamonds especially, these like foamy, almost patty, definitely absorbent strap, and you're doing things and you're just sliding your sticks around your wrist. If you have a smartwatch on that wrist and it glides over it, it might be doing things, functioning like a tablet pen almost, how they have that like rubber tip. It's a very similar effect I think it's having on my watch. And so when I'm not looking, in fact, when I'm filming, that's what's going on. See, this is what, imagine me holding the camera. So it's right there. So if I raise my hand any higher, that slides over the watch. And I don't know how it's doing it, but it's pausing it. So I'm not getting accurate information. I know my body is not recovering the way it would, or way it does in training. I probably need to change the settings on my watch. Did I just say it was gonna be quiet time and now here I am rambling about it? Okay, back to quiet time. But I hope those tips helped. I feel like still a crime fighter over the city, waiting for anything to happen so I can swoop on down. That's what all the Marvel characters do right there. I don't know if they're just they're just surrounding the town. That'd be the tick. Oh yeah. Another thing to remember too, folks, is merino and technical gear, certain technical gear may suffer in conditions like this just because the prickers and the briars will obviously pull at them. Oddly enough, not as bad as Velcro, but so be conscious of that. You might want to put a windbreaker on over a situation like this if you are wearing some delicate or some really thin. If it's summertime, especially like it is here. It is June 10th, I believe. Maybe the 11th. And it's day 10. God. Whatever the case may be. Do I say that a lot? Yeah, if you got some delicate technical gear that's probably expensive, often goes hand in hand, you might want to pay attention to the briars. Because, it only takes one pull to really set you off. this is just cute. I'm gonna take a picture of this. Also, another pro tip, folks, you'll often see these dual gates, one for livestock or maybe vehicles, and the other for pedestrians, or in this case, peregrinos. Oh, I think it's starting to rain. You don't have to use that little one. Often these gates open up. I recommend that if you have a backpack. Otherwise, those turn more into pilgrim traps than pedestrian go-throughs. Go-throughs? Gates. But here we are. Finally back out on the road. It's well marked. And I think it's starting to rain, which means I have to dig through my... Yeah, I know, I wasn't ready for this. Okay. But let's see how far we can get. Look at that. This is very Peruvian. I'm gonna put my tips on too. Yeah, it's starting to rain a little, folks. I'll talk to you in a little bit. Did I just... Oh, folks. Evidently, I was recording myself. That was the sound of me putting my paca poncho on my backpack. Looks like that took me about 3 minutes to do. Now, had I known it was going to rain beforehand, that would have already been on my backpack. But it's so... I'm still not really feeling much. I'm seeing it though. So I'm just going to keep this on my backpack, and if it picks up, then I'll proceed to put the poncho on. Okay. Thanks for listening. Okay, this is just overgrown. This is what it happened. This is like a Talking Heads song right here, people. This is what they're talking about. Another fairy tale land. Oh, there's an arrow right there. Somehow I have to get across the street without getting hit. Yeah, there's another arrow. Let's try this. And this is a plethora of arrows. This is ridiculous. Save the pain, people. Although, you know, when you hold a can of paint, everything looks like a Camino signpost. Look at it, says drum. Can you see that? Drum. I don't know if it's a command. Maybe I should be raking my pole along. I don't know. Do you want from me, graffiti? Yeah, here's your, you know, your standard run-of-the-mill graffiti. Coming of age graffiti. I don't know what this is. Late 70s, early 80s style graffiti. B-boy, there we go. B-boy graffiti. It's comforting at this point. I actually think I'm entering another town. I'm in another town. I'm out of Bilbao at this point. I just can't. Oh, maybe this sign will tell me. Castrachana. If I were a gambling man in Latin America, that's probably how to pronounce that, but that might be Basque. So it's probably like, it's, you know how it is, Basque. Getting a unique smell here. Like, I don't know what it is, like burning rubber. And flowers. This could be a modern cologne. Oh, so that's where all the signs are born. Look at... That's how they procreate. But the stop sign, see, they must be... Ah, there he is. There's the one. Right there in the back. He's causing all the problems. Americans. Well, I mean, I could go this way, or I could go that way into that shrub. Or I can go this way, the civilized human being. Get on that bus and get my ass to Santiago. No, excuse me folks while I check my app. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm right past that bus. There's this nice ancient bridge with these really cool lampposts. I love how they have them in place. Just wedged right there. Okay, we got some hill action happening. Give me an arrow. There it is, folks. You see it? I'm not going to tell you where it is, but if you see it, comment below. Do a screenshot, put an arrow to that arrow. No, I'm joking. But you can comment below. Let's make it fun. Give you a couple seconds. You see it? Where is it? Here's that arrow. Some of you are reminding now. Did I say reminding? I meant rewinding.
It was in this area, at the crossroads, I was tempted by a sign painted on the street. I could continue on to Santander, or go to Burgos and get on the Camino Frances, and eat some serious tortilla.
Oh, the sun's coming out. Dia. The sun is like in and out. It's a cloudy day, folks. It's for sure, but I don't think I'm gonna see any more rain. Of course, I said it a couple times already, and but you know what? It was only a sprinkling. And it really could have been just in my mind. Now, it wasn't in my mind, you saw it too. But I think it might have been the trees I was going under. Maybe it rained last night. Or it could have been a cloud. You know how these things go. Rain, clouds, rain clouds. Sometimes they're big, sometimes they're small. But it looks like I'm walking into a mountain. Check this out. Check this out. Otherwise, I can't see how this is gonna go. There's a tunnel. Please let there be a tunnel. Please let it not be up and over. Yeah. This was something at one point. Maybe a fort. I mean, perfect location. When that lady with the dog is turned around, she's coming back after me. Try to tell him I'm going the wrong way. Looks like an old fountain over there. or once maybe a fountain. Yeah, the signs are there. You're thinking of filming your Camino by just holding the phone with your hand and not using a selfie stick, which I think is more punk rock, you probably have to train for that as well. I'm using what I call, it's a technique I call the pinch of death. Yeah, practiced 6 months with one of those foamy balls, holding it for as long as I possibly could, like I was holding a cell phone for dear life. See, so I can do shots like that and still feel confident enough to do so without worrying about having to drop my phone. Train for everything, folks. The people who say don't, or you can't, or you shouldn't, or you can't, they're not your friends. I am your friend. I am your friend. Your only friend with the death pinch. As of now. But you'll need more, I promise you. Okay, the arrows have gotten green. Which could just mean public works. I don't know what that could mean. I'm not sure how many of you know this, but the original yellow arrow, there's nothing really significant about the color. It was just the color of the free public works paint that the people and the priests and the padres could get, again, for free, to mark the Camino. And that's how that began. So, keeping in the tradition, that fluorescent green might have been acquired in the same way. Now, of course, I'm sure they're paying for paint. I just want to know who the people are who do that, like the triple arrows, like the 1, 2, 3. You couldn't be the same person unless it's for emphasis, like a lot of emphasis. And if it's not the same person, that means it's other people. Like, just seems like a cop-out. It's like, well, there's an arrow there, so I should put an arrow there. Maybe, I don't know. Oh, remember how I was saying? There it is. Remember I was saying I could smell something in the air? Bad, it's coming out of that factory. There was something, yeah, in that general area. Burnt rubber and flowers or something to that extent. Okay, so yeah, I've come over those possibly 2 mountains. 3? I don't know. It was like a string of elephants. 1, 2, 3, 3 or 4 it seems. And now I'm going down. I was thinking that might be Bilbao I was looking at again, but it's not. I'm going down into whatever this is. Might be, yeah, I'm not sure what the next one is. We'll find out. It gets to a point where you like, where you can plan too much. You know, the people that say don't plan, you can't plan everything, they probably know where they're going next. I do a different kind of planning. But when it comes to where I'm going next, you know, you're only there for 1 day, and it's often just a bed and a shower and something to eat. So, not to say that it's not worth remembering the name, it definitely is. And if you're journaling, by all means, keep writing them down. But, like, within the first week, you're like, just trying to get through. That said, if you take a lot of pictures in all these places, you're gonna get, the picture will be time-stamped and geo-stamped, so you can always scroll back. And you know, that's helpful to know, because if you're watching a Camino video or something like that and they're mentioning a certain town or whatnot and you've done the Camino in the past, you can just search that image in your photos, the name of that town. You probably already know this, but let's assume you don't. And yeah, search the name of that town that you're seeing on the video or someone mentioned, and it'll pop up in your photos, and that'll suddenly bring a rush of memories back. I find that works for me anyways. Who the hell am I? Yes, that is Bilbao. Right beyond there is Bilbao. Still. That's another one. Another thing about the Camino. Buen dia. Is it takes you all day to do what someone can do in 10 minutes in a car. Like, I've gone almost 8 miles now, and I can still see. Let's see, I've been walking for 3 hours and 21 minutes, and we'll say approximately, and yeah, I can still see. You know, and the reverse is also true, especially on the Frances. You'll see the signs of the town that you're going to stay at for the night, and you're like, oh, I can see the cathedral. You'll always see the cathedral first. I think that's intentional. And you're like, oh, it's so close. It's not so close, folks. Know what that when you... I don't know the exact equation for this, but if you do, you can leave it in the comments below. But when you see the steeple of a church, it's probably a couple hours away. Now, there's got to be a more exact number. And again, if you know the trick, and I think there is a trick, let me know below. Okay, before I get hit, bye-bye. Okay, ready for your second Talking Heads reference, visual reference? Those who know, know. Yeah, this stretch is interesting. Very urban. I feel like I'm in Double Dragon or something. Kind of, minus like all the violent stuff. But I think I'm ready to get back to the country. Country road. Yeah, cue up the country road. Actually, don't cue that up. No one needs that right now. It's too early. Well, early for me. You're probably watching this in the evening, aren't you? Aren't you? I think you are. People of the future. Okay. I'm talking to you. Yeah, so, not sure if I ever finished my story about the runny tortilla I forced myself to eat this morning. Smothered in hot sauce. Yeah, I had to. Just needed something. Because the last 3 days, the hardest part has just been hiking with, you know, low energy, and that's due to my foolishness in regards to not eating bread and there being no restaurants. So we're changing things up, and we're trying to actually seek out food where we can, and I feel like that's going to make a big difference, because it did for sure. Was it yesterday or the day before? I don't remember. They all blend together after a while. Did that day even happen? Okay, I see the arrows. And they seem to be pointing me down here. They're on the other side of the street, however. We would actually cross the street just to make sure. Try not to die. Yeah, I'm gonna die. Hay un paso de peatones ya, sin embargo. Okay, yeah, okay, we're good. So yeah, entering a city at 10:08 is a safe bet that you're gonna find something on your breakfast plate. Yeah. This is clever. Okay, you're probably just getting wind in the mic, so I'm gonna put you away. These are ancient Spartan toilets. Yeah. Is. Okay, where the hell am I going? Arrow says that way. I'm not so sure. Okay, here's another arrow, it looks like. Okay. Looks like they want me to take a left here. Yeah, see, that's not that clear on those signs. Okay, I think there's a split happening here. I'm gonna check my map. That is the coolest. Check this out, folks. This is a bike cleaning station. This is why Spain rocks. The hose right here. This could also be maybe a pilgrim shoe cleaning station. What say you? This could also be a pilgrim cleaning station. Like, not only do they offer this bike car wash, they also have tools. I love this. Air. The United States could learn a lot from Spain, and I'm certain there's parts of the States, communities that do, in fact, have stuff like that. But if that's your first time seeing it, I hope that inspires you to participate in your local politics. I don't know where I'm going with this. Anyways, folks, just getting all kind of getting the feels with all this red, white, and blue around me. This got a long candy cane. Maybe I'll just drag my tongue along this ribbon candy. This is clearly ribbon candy. Okay. Sorry for that. Come on, you needed a little comedy break. Was that comedy? Or was that a cry for help? Okay, last time we chatted, I was at the fork roads, and I decided to take a left onto what I thought was the Camino, but I did find it curious. There was an A, the letter A on the arrow, which I took to mean alternative route. That was wrong. That A meant albergue. So, yeah, shame on them. A bit cheeky, led me astray, and I had to find my way, make my own little shortcut back to the Camino. But yeah, it's a shame. Some businesses are doing that. They're leading you off a path using the same yellow arrows. And I guess their way around it is they put a little A there. Like, we're supposed to know what that means, considering. Anyways, so be aware of that. Well, by now you would know because I would have edited this. But I'll make a point in the video to mention, like, hey, unless you're looking for an albergue, that is not the way to go. Okay, folks. Back to walking down. Well, it looks like I'm in Sesame Street right now. Seriously, there's even garbage cans that look like if Oscar the Grouch was to have a child with a garbage can. These garbage cans, these hanging garbage cans would look like them. I can't see any now. Oh, there's one across the street. I'll probably pass one though. This is what their child would look like. Okay, I don't see any, but yeah, I'm not even gonna try. People are just gonna think I'm filming them. So I've been walking for about 4.5 hours now, up and down and up and down. Well, you know, you were there. Okay, so I'm gonna let you go until I get to somewhere interesting, or I get lost again.
No matter how hard you try, as a pilgrim in the city, you can't help but stand out. A fly on the wall, a stranger in their midst, a living curiosity. All this you are. taking the sustenance fast and fleeting before the pull of everyday life swallows you whole again. Keep moving, for a wandering pilgrim gathers no moss. Or jars of peanut butter, for that matter.
Cacahuete.
God, my kingdom for a jar of peanut butter. That's right, pilgrims. I stopped into town for a jar of peanut butter, in hopes that they would have one at the very least. Sadly, they did not, and a pack of peanuts had to do. Smart wool, free wraps that come with every pair of socks. Rock!
Thank you, Smart Wool. Be careful with the Wise Pilgrim app for the Norte after Bilbao, because if you take the red route, it puts you in some dangerous situations. Like, it made me cross a highway just now, so maybe the red is for blood, but just bear that in mind, folks. It's not really that clear. These are also the views you'll see if you take the red route, which puts you on the bike trail. I don't know how much time this is going to shave off, or what this is in fact shaving off, but hey, it is what it is. I'm getting this ketchup and mustard vibe over here to my left. Okay, I'll come back when it's interesting. Again, I should have had this on during the highway crossing adventure. That was actually pretty epic. You know, I think the Camino is one of the last great adventures. Truly. You're not saving any maidens or slaying any dragons. But, I mean, it does pose its own risks and dangers. I mean, if I had like a head cam on during that, I think you would have got a kick out of it. If you can imagine like a rodeo clown dodging a bull, yeah. There might have been some cursing involved too, some spins. It kind of looked like I was a quarterback making my way through, I don't know, a line of buffalo. But those buffalo were vehicles. So yeah, and the difference between that and the dragons and the maidens and all that other jazz from the past is my adventure, my dangers, and my risks that I have taken were real. I have to remember that next time I throw myself out into moving traffic. Anyways, guys, I'll get back to you in a hot minute. Ciao. So yeah, this is where I'm at right now, over the highway. Again, a lot like a video game. Okay, I'll chime back in when I'm back on the official Camino. Sometimes you're gonna pass people like this. We're gonna know what's going on. Looks like he has an oven mitt on his right hand, and his other hand is holding a cell phone, maybe? Or maybe it's a cast. But yeah, it looks like an oven mitt. I don't even see that. I don't know, am I crazy? Anyways, maybe I'll just take a wide berth. That's the first arrow I've seen in what seems decades. Hope I'm going the right way. Let me check my... Okay. Yes, I am in fact going the right way. This has been exhausting today. Oh my. Might need to take a rest day soon. And to think I could have gone to Burgos. I really stared at that sign on the ground for a good long moment, wondering, either out loud or to myself, I can't recall, but definitely toyed around with the idea of going to Burgos and just doing the princess. But no, stayed the course. Then I thought maybe like I could do like this real dramatic like decision-making time on the side of the road, because you know every good documentary has like some sort of major problem they have to tackle, and so I thought I would throw that at you. But I spared to the dramatics. Again, I apologize if it sounds like I'm talking in a wind tunnel. I'm actually talking in a wind tunnel. Almost there, people. Almost there. Greetings, folks. Well, not much longer to Probeña. Probeña. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, God. Oh, there's just a goat chilling over here. Good for him. I'd like to do the same thing. Sorry, I was getting a notification. Yeah, Probeña should be, that should be it up ahead. But actually no, I have to go through La Arena first. Then Probeña, I've got to be pretty close. But folks, it was a long day. The Norte is hard. It's hard and it is long. It's a totally different beast than the Frances. I can't stress that enough. My feet are they feel just abused and used. I'm not one to really stop and take breaks, but I took a couple today. I just had to. I don't like to admit that, but I did. Okay, can you appreciate that honesty? I can't even talk anymore. Okay, folks, I'm gonna just film a little in front of me and then get back to whatever I was doing. Oh, I was walking, that's right. I can smell the ocean too. I know it's somewhere over here. I don't know if it's traffic somewhere. Waves, like definitely hear power tools. But we know how Spain feels about them. It's like someone passed them out. It was a surplus. Have I said that before? God. There it is. That's the ocean, folks. We're back. It just looks so far away. Oh, yeah. Arena is right over there, and that literally means sand in Spanish. So that gives me hope. It's now, it's 2 o'clock. It's 1:36, actually. See, again with the honesty. But it's 2 o'clock, more or less, más o menos. And I've been walking all the livelong day. For 7 hours, 21 minutes, and 53 seconds. Roughly. There was a couple breaks in there. Okay. I need to talk to a man about a horse over here. Dame un segundo. This is crazy. I'm down in this valley on this bike trail. I've been on a bike trail for hours now. It's pretty safe to say the road to Probeña is not necessarily a Camino. It's a bike trail. So, yeah. It's a long, very long bike trail. This might be where I get off. Or is it just a sign reminding me to stay on the bike trail? This has been a very confusing route today. I've gotten turned around a few times. The arrows aren't always truthful. Just following this pilgrim up ahead of me. She watched me go down the wrong way and didn't stop me. Gonna have some words with her later. But yeah, I had to turn around. It was another Camino. It was, yeah, again, it gets a little confusing. But I'm probably like, I don't know, if I were to guess, maybe 8 minutes away from either Probeña or La Arena, but I think Probeña. And the hostel or the albergue does not open until 3. It is 2:27. So I'm gonna show up just in time. I think I'm gonna have a bed tonight. Yay. Hopefully some real food. Hopefully they know how to make their tortilla around here and it's not runny. I don't know what that is. Why? I mean, you're gonna cook an egg. Sorry. I just take my tortilla very serious. There's one more bend to go around. I'm at the point where the pain in my feet is just, it is what it is. They're not numb, I've just kind of grown numb to the pain. I've recognized it for what it is. And I've just gotten used to it. Hola. I said hola. See, it's not bad. No response. There we go, folks. Okay, I'm gonna pause this until we get a little closer. Okay, folks, this is the end of the day. Made it to La Arena, as you can see, and Probeña. In fact, we're staying tonight in Probeña, but the beach is in La Arena, which is like 10 minutes, maybe an 8-minute walk away. But beautiful. I mean, if the Princess had beaches, yeah. I mean, it has its few beaches, you know, Finisterre, those are like cold New England beaches. This, however, though cold, has a tropical vibe to it. It really is, it's magical. It's, you know, it's nothing like being able to stick your swollen, pulsating, weary toes in cold, salt water at the end of the day. It really is. It's me crime. This is, yeah, it makes it all worthwhile. So thanks for putting up with my my most curious moods today, but all is well now. Gotta be heading back to the albergue, the only albergue in town. We managed to get spots in there.
And then doing a pilgrim's menu dinner later on, which sounds actually quite scrumptious for a pilgrim's menu. You know how I feel about pilgrim's menus. I'm gonna go for it. I'll give you a review later on. I also took some pictures of vegetables in the market, only because I don't know if you can hear me actually. The wind is probably blowing right in that mic, and I apologize for that. But I'm just gonna talk closer. Took some pictures of some vegetables that have gone a little south in the market, because someone challenged me on that, saying the vegetables in Spain are great. I don't know what you're talking about. Because I said sometimes they're a little overripe. You can see that. Well, I saw it. Again, I took pictures. That's right, I've come with my receipts, folks. So whoever that was out there, this is what they looked like. And some like this. And others, well, those two should give you an idea. Did I take 2 photos? I think I did. Okay, you're probably not hearing any of this. It's just wind sound. And if that's the case, you're just gonna have music and me mouthing this. Maybe I'll put a transcription below, say something completely different, some poetry or something. Anyways, guys, I'll try to check back in with you before I say goodnight tonight. So until then, ciao.
Yo, the Christmas TikTok. Wow. You see, that's very possible. Each during the weekend, I thought we left. It's all the thinking.